realize it was a sketch.
Based on Markiplier's pecs. Since Virgilus pretty much is the boss of the group, his order is simple. Each canto, or chapters, you will be visiting an area reminiscent for certain sinners to retrieve the golden bow. By the way, since I was streaming this game, even the people who are at the very late stages of the game don't even know what the golden bow still is. So thankfully I don't have to explain it. For example, in Canto 1, you visit a place that is close and dear to Gregor. So you'll be learning more about himself and following through the gruesomeness of what he went through. I'm not gonna be spoiling anything about it because I want you to experience the story for yourself. I highly recommend just playing the game if you want to experience the story. I might as well give you my thoughts on it, but I think Canto 1 to 3 have been amazing, especially Canto 3 due to a certain someone that I will not spoil. I think Canto 3 is what sparked me to make a video on this, considering how interesting it was and how well thought out it was. And again, as I said, I do want to make a long form video on this that's gonna be probably 10 hours long, but it's something worth doing because I think it really deserves it. This game,
definitely be watching that one.
Definitely amazing. So yeah, if you want to learn about the story more, I suggest you play on your own and give it a shot. The game's art style is not something you see typically in most gacha games, since today's gacha games are mainly just who can make the most oversized tits for their characters so they can promote it in a summer event. This game's art style reminds me a lot about Darkest Dungeon and the gameplay as well, but we'll get to it later. The game has this very rustic style when the world wars were taking place in the 20th century, almost like if there was actually a war that took place in the game as well. I know this art style won't be for everyone since you don't see it every day. I, however, found myself falling in love with it because most of the character designs are unique. Most enemy designs are pretty generic, I'd say, but done in a way that it feels like it belongs in the world. And some areas that you see in the background of the cutscenes also fit the world they built really well. The IDs, or characters, that you will be pulling from the gacha system all have their own flair to it and are mainly based on character personality, which, makes sense. Overall, for the art style, it just hits for me. It just hits on the spot for me, and I'm a big fan of the rustic style that they have.
It hits on the spot. Mechantix in for tier 3, 47 months, it's Forsen Pure, Cap the Cap with the 7 years, terrible streamer, thanks for the streams. Alright, I'll take it, I guess. Bruce, Bubbling Teapot, Viewer, Colactus, thanks for 7. Re-7, Magic with the gifted sub, thank you. Blade.